explain for anyone who actually think they can't sell, they're like, it's not for me. I've seen that for some of the people in the ClickDo who came and just said like, sales is, I'm not getting it. Now they're selling. And then to supercharge sales, I want to tell someone, you can't give up on the sale on the first attempt. If you just get a no, you got to keep approaching. You got to follow up. You got to keep sending back the email, because we get hundreds of inquiries daily at ClickDo, especially for the guest posting and the client services SEO inquiries. But I see the one of the best things with our Indian team, especially led by Dinesh. We follow up and close the deal after months, 2 months, after like several months. Clients stopped and even went back. They were like, we wanna post it, but we follow up, because like sometimes when even a business owner inquire, even though they saw it on Google, right, they found it, they inquired, the inquiry land, but they got busy. The money problem came. They wanted to buy, but they were not ready at the time when they actually want to buy, right? So you gotta follow up. Really, that's really important. If you want to close a sale, you got to follow up so many times. We close sales after months of keeping in touch. After even the first sale, we go out, we keep on pitching monthly, every 3 months. We keep in the touch. We ask whether they want different thing. As soon as we do a sale at ClickDo, we follow up with the counter sale, right? We follow up. And they say no, but we come back again. That's very important for anybody who want to master the sales. And if you want to make money when there is so much competition out there in the markets that you're operating, it's really important for all the click doers, all the seeker hosters, all the magazine publication sellers at our companies. You guys got to start following up. It's really the case of how it's going to happen. And even on the web hosting industry, I see at the seeker host, sometimes a person find us through an ad or like organic ranking, but they land, but they didn't buy on this first attempt, but they did the purchasing after several months. They saw our ads, they saw our media, they saw our videos, and they were like, okay, actually going to buy it. Because sometimes when people search, when they have a pain point, but they are not in that extreme level of the buying temperature, they were like, I want to buy it right now. There are so many people like that as well, right? They had their host, they're not happy with, they want a domain, then and there, they come and they buy. They just want to buy it smoothly and then and there. But when it comes to people who have a host, who has a domain provider, they're shopping around, they're not fully happy. It's like you're in the marriage, you're thinking about divorcing, but you're not. But the outside partners got to keep it like the awareness range, right? The attention range, right? Because when they divorce, when they break up, bam, they want some. So when it comes to sales, you got to follow up. You got to follow up. You got to follow up until people really, if they don't just share like, stop it and actually remove you, unsubscribe you, or else really warn you, or else nicely tell like, bro, like, don't email, I don't want it, right? Then you understand. But like till then, it's a maybe which going to convert into a yes, right? So this is something that everybody who's doing at sales at ClickDo, our agency, magazine publication sellers, as well as anybody else who are thinking about want to make money, how to do that one. Yesterday one of the guys actually in Pakistan was asking me for some job. I see so much talent in him, but he's not that salesy. He's like, he want to nice and smoothly and like, you got to be pushy. If you want to do a sale, if you want to get something in life, you got to be so pushy to get it. You got to be demanding, in an ethical way. It might come across as you're troubling, you're being over pushy, but that's how you get a sale done, really, in most cases in a competitive market. If you want to win, if you want to make the money, you gotta go for it. You gotta come back and again. They say no on the first time, you can back again and you pitch it a different pitch, you send a different proposal. We do that. With this, they don't come for this price for this site, we come with another site for another price. They don't like that one, we give it 3 days, we come back with another site, right? So this is the way. Even the proposal, sometimes when we don't launch a proposal, a project that we want, we change the proposal and send it. So we send the proposal, they're quiet. We follow up with a better proposal, because we know if a person doesn't come back after 3 to 5 business working days, they saw it, It's like a girl ghosted you. She saw it. She doesn't like it. She didn't like the offer. You gotta come back with a different offer, right? You return the proposal. Be like, okay, we got a new plan for you. I think this is gonna work out. Then they actually gonna feel like, actually, you know what? The budget is a little problem. It's not exactly the way. Now we got a conversation. So then you're like, okay, don't worry. We'll get back to you again in tomorrow with another proposal, which is slightly even different, and then try to get them on a call in a meeting, in a human communication meeting, which you can book through TimeType.app. You can close much better. We do that all the time. The conversions that doesn't happen through an email, we get them to a face-to-face meeting. In person is so much effective, but if you can't do in-person meetings, if you're far away, you're working remotely from somewhere, like right now I'm working in Bigton by the park next to the ClickDo studio. And because when the sun is shining, I like to be outside. But when you record podcasts in the upcoming weeks, we're going to have a lot of podcasts going down. So if you're a business owner, if you are one of our clients, you have a story, you want to get your media out, you're invited to come to London and record some podcast with me and my team. So sales is a game that you got to be very persistent. You got to go after. You have to follow up. You have to follow up. You got to change. You got to change the proposal. You got to change the pitch. You got to drop it again and again and again and again and again until you close it, until you get it. Or else they're like, they block you, they ban you, or they threaten you, saying, "Oh, nice to tell you, don't do that," right? Then you understand. But till then, you go after. You have to always change it. Not the same proposal, same pitch, right? Same tonality, same price is not working. You got to offer it. You offer a sale for £1,000 for a publication. They didn't come back. You adjust it, tweak it. You go on with a different offer. That's how you can actually do. This really works in a lot of businesses, that you have a chance to adapt and change. Even though you tell like you have a fixed price, that's my cost. Like, you got to be adaptable. Sometimes if you can't get a customer for the price that you are saying your fixed price, if you want to get them on in the sale, you gotta adapt. You gotta change. For the first sale, you might have to adjust it, discount it massively, give them installment payments, upfront payments are ignored, and like all those things. You gotta be flexible if you want to wheel a sale. So that's tip that I want to give about sales. If you're in a ClickDo or in any of our companies selling guest posts, SEO services, any sort of a thing, you gotta go back. You gotta follow up. You gotta go back and go back and go back. And when you sell, you make the commission, company makes the money, we all happy, and more than anybody, the client is going to be happy, because what we sell is going to be beneficial for that, because we sell something that we believe. So they're happy, you're happy, everybody's happy, all together make moolah. I'll live a better life.